Salute everybody. This is Lawrence the Alchemist with Spirituality and the Game combines. We here today. Let's get it going. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to you, Renee. Shout out to you. You are in the Matrix. Shout out to you. Good to see everybody here. Shout out to everybody. Let's get it going today. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. This week we've been talking about the fear of a black planet. Camera straight. There we go. We've been talking about the fear of a black planet, but today I really want to, and I might have to take the sunglasses off in a minute. I'm gonna take them off here. The fear, we talked about the lion inside of the man, and we talked about the lamb inside of the man. But today we want to tackle the wolf that's inside of the man that is also laying dormant. The wolf. We talked about the lion. We talked about the lamb. Now we want to talk about the wolf. Don't forget today we do have a webinar going on today. It is today. The webinar is tonight at 8 o'clock. Only $25. You definitely want to be a part of the webinar. We're talking about man frame, how to maintain your masculine aura part 2. Don't miss out on that. Don't miss out on tonight. If you need the link, you need to get your money. Let me know. I'll send you the link. You can definitely get going and get your spot in. Ready to get going. So let's go to going right here. 1, 2. So we were talking. Let me drop this music. So today we talked about the lion and how the lion has a place inside of the man, and that sometimes the lion inside of the man has been starved because he was never taught to feed the lion in his life. The other side of it is he also has a lamb inside of him, which is his peace. And a lot of men are not in a lot of peace mentally, spiritually, and any other way. And the lion represents his rulership, his dominance. And so what happens is when a man begins to tap into the lion that's inside of him, begins to tap into the peace inside of him. There's certain situations where a man has to be at peace and not allow the lion inside of him to operate or to move. Because the lion will dominate and take over. He would do something because he's an apex predator. He's going to take over and do something. So he has to allow the lamb inside of him to be at peace. And he has to do everything he can to protect the peace that he has around him. And a lot of men have not even tapped into that part of them because it's been muted, or they've been in an environment where the lamb inside of them has not been in peace. The second thing I want to talk about is the lion. A lot of men have not walked into their dominance of who they are because they've been told that they needed to be a lamb. They wanted to be Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. And so we have a lot of men who always at peace with everything, but they don't know how to execute their dominance. Let me say that again. We have a lot of men who are at peace. Everything is cool. Everything. They don't want to stir nothing up. They don't want to do anything. They want to go with a status quo. Because going with the status quo means they don't have to worry about nothing. They always want to hang out in the green pastures, and they're looking for someone to always lead them. Let me say that again. They're looking for someone to always lead them because they're not They're in their lamb. They're always looking for peace. And as we know, some things that you're going to run against will not be peaceful. Some of the people around you will not be peaceful. The thing is, you can't allow anything to disturb your peace. You can't allow anyone or any situation to disturb your peace. Because if you do, you end up activating the lion inside of you who's dominant and end up attacking when you should have been at peace. Hence why we throw in the wolf at this time. Why we throw in the wolf at this time. The wolf has the ability, he is a leader. He knows how to lead, not just himself, but those around him. And I think a lot of times men have not been taught how to lead because no one was there to say, this is how you lead. Let me tell you something. For years, before I even started doing this, I studied leadership books. And I'm going to tell you the main author who is to me the epitome of leadership and talking on it. It was John Maxwell. I had all his books. I highlighted his books. I studied leadership, how to lead effectively, how to be a servant leader. Why did I study leadership? I didn't know, but it was my hunger. And I got the books. I went through and read them again. I would take them to work and read them. I would be at home read them because I knew the importance of leadership. I didn't know 10 to 20, 30 years from now that I'll be talking on leadership. But the wolf understands leadership. He understands how to lead others. And I think what happens is there has never been effective training, maybe street training or maybe training over here in a church or training over here on how a man can effectively lead himself and lead those around him. Can he effectively lead himself and can he lead those around him? One of the traits of the wolf is his ability to lead. Who is following after you? Where is your pack? Where are the people who are following after you, your lead? And as a wolf, that's one of the things that they do. Let me get to these other traits because I got a list of them. A wolf has the courage to stand out. A wolf will never hide. A wolf will never fear anything. There is something very primal and fundamental about this beast that makes it refuse to bow down to another creature. Let me read that again. You're going to have to come back and get the replay on this. A wolf will never hide. How many of you men are really hiding? A wolf is not going to hide. A wolf would never fear anything. We have a lot of men who are just fearful, fear of a masculine planet, fear of women, feminine. They don't know what to do with women. They don't know what to do with children. They don't know how to do with this. A wolf would never hide. A wolf would never fear anything. There's something primal and fundamental about the beast that makes it refuse to bow to another creature. That's one of the traits of a wolf. They refuse to bow down. We have so many guys, so many people bowing down that they have not tapped into the wolf, who they are. So I want you to think about that. They never hide. Matter of fact, wolves are very strategic in their hunt. Everything is a method to their madness. So we always talk about game and everybody talking about game. There is a method with the wolf to his madness on what he does. And I'm saying that because a lot of men just willy-nilly go out there and just do anything without strategically thinking, what do they need to do next? How do they need to plan out where they need to go? And like I said right here in this first characteristic of a wolf, he does not hide from anything or fear anything. The next thing, wolves are protective and caring. Never try to threaten a wolf or their loved ones. They exist to protect their wolf pack and will die trying if any even the slightest possibility to defend their loved ones from harm. They possess, what's going on, Wade? They possess a loyal and territorial nature inside of them, which can easily turn into a brutal and furious if you try to mess with them. Let me say that because people need to hear this one. Wolves are protective and caring. Never ever try to threaten the wolf or its loved ones. Y'all need to hear that one. Number two, never try to threaten a wolf or its loved ones. They exist to protect the wolf's pack. What happened is everyone want to be long rangers around here, and they don't realize that the long ranger had a tato. You cannot do this by yourself. You need other people. You need to find your tribe, and you need to protect them. A wolf looks at, wait a minute, you threatening me? Bruh, you threatening me? Little lamb, stay over there. I got this. Lion, I know you dominating, but you threaten me? Did you really come after me? The wolf would never try to threaten the wolf or even the loved ones. They exist to protect the wolf pack and would die trying, if even the slightest possibility, to defend their loved ones from harm. They possess a loyal and territorial nature inside of them, which can easily turn brutal and ferocious if you try to even mess with them. That's dangerous. We have so, and I'm using the wolf as an archetype to get you to understand that archetype that we can learn from a wolf can be inside of you. Wolves are protective. They don't play about their children, their money. I tell people, I don't play about my money. I don't play about my sons. Don't even try it. What happened is we have guys who don't have that protective instinct inside of them when it comes to certain things. Let's go to the next one. Wolves have a strong, determined nature. Wolves are recognized for their cunning, devious nature and strong determination. Let me stop right there. Wolves are recognized for their cunning, devious nature and strong determination. We need men. That's game right there. I keep saying game is a strategy. Here it is right here. Wolves have strong, determined nature. We need men to be determined. The fear of a masculine planet is for the men to realize that they can be a wolf. Wolves recognized for their cunning and devious nature and strong determination. Their powerful will and courage enable them to stalk their prey long before they make the kill. And a wolf will taunt their prey and will finally get them down when they least expect it. You need to hear this. Please understand this. Please understand. All these people talk about, you don't need game for this, you don't need game for that. You need this one. Wolves have a strong determined nature. Wolves are recognized for their cunning, devious, and strong determination. Their powerful will and courage enables them to stalk their prey long before they make the kill. That's powerful right there. They stalk their prey long before the kill. It's that killer instinct that I'm going to get you. I'm not saying that you're going to kill somebody, things like, don't come over here, LDA, tell me I'm going to get somebody. No, I want you to get the mindset right here, how strategic the wolf is. It says that they will stalk their prey long before they make the kill. Wolves will taunt their prey and finally get them down when they least suspect it. Wolves will taunt their prey, stalk their prey. You got to get that. Y'all got to get this. A wolf will taunt their prey and finally get them down when they least expect it. That means that the wolf is automatically thinking futuristic and thinking down the road what he will do. He's watching your pattern, how you go from this tree to that tree and back, to this tree to that tree and back, to this tree to that tree and back. And then at 8 o'clock, he's watching again. You went to that tree and this tree and back. He'll show up and then he'll back up. He'll show up and then he'll back up. If you're going to be, the fear of the masculine planet is to get rid of that mindset that you need to be strategic. Thank you, Sigma. Good to see you, Wade. Good to see you. Good to see you, brothers in here. Good to see you, sister. Good to see you. That you need to be strategic in everything that you do. Most men are driven by their emotions, and they're not what? Strategic in anything that they do. They're living for the here and now and not for the now and later. So the wolf will what? A wolf will taunt their prey and will finally get them down, and when they least expect it. Let's go to the next one, number 4. Wolves are proud animals. Wolves are animals who will never surrender themselves and their wolf pack to an inferior creature. Oh my God, right here. I got to get some claps on myself for this. Wolves are animals who would never surrender themselves or their wolf pack to inferior creatures. I don't even know if you can even grasp what was just said. Wolves are proud. How many men are proud of who they are? Proud of the accomplishments, even if it's small accomplishments that they have did. Wolves are proud animals. They will not surrender themselves or their wolf pack to inferior creatures. How many men are bowing down, surrendering themselves to inferior creatures or inferior? Let's give it another way, another spin. They give themselves to inferior situations, problems, people. How many men are actually bowing down, surrendering their family, themselves to inferior things when life is saying, I need you to be proud of who you are. I need you to stand up and be who you are. Let me read that again because I think somebody needs to hear that. Wolves are animals who will never surrender themselves, their wolf pack, to inferior creatures. However, they're what? What's going on? What's going on, Alpha Kingdom? However, when they're face a more dominant, powerful animal, they will immediately know they are the inferior ones and will try to learn from their elders. This is key right here with this generation below minds and minds myself. Catch what it says. However, when faced with a more dominant and powerful animal, they would immediately know that they are the inferior one and would try to learn from their elders. I'm telling you, the wolf is what's missing. We didn't talk about the lamb. We didn't talk about the lion with the dominance. We didn't talk about the lamb with the peace. But the wolf is proud. It will not surrender itself or its wolf pack to inferior creatures. But when faced with something that's more dominant than what it is, what it will do is, let me step back and think about this. And let me learn what I can do. Let me see how I can maneuver around this. And they will learn from their elders. There's so many men who are going down the same traps that their fathers, their cousins, and their uncles went down because they refused to learn from their elders. In this generation, we crap on our elders. We crap on the older people. Oh, they just the old fool. They don't know what they're talking about. They didn't have internet back then. They don't know nothing about women. They don't know nothing about this. You need to sit your hind parts down and learn from the elders. Let me say that again. You need to sit your hind parts and learn from the elders. One of the things that I made sure I did, and anybody can go back and fact check all you want. I made sure I shut my mouth. And when older men were talking, I was taking mental notes. I was watching how they were moving. I was watching how they did certain things. Why? Because they were teaching me inadvertently how to strategically move. We got a generation who do not want to listen to the elders. You have the opportunity to be the most dangerous of your lineage, right? If you would sit back and listen to someone who know what they're talking about, that's older. I can think of his name was Mr. Cheeks. That was his name. I worked at the rec center. Now I knew how to mop already, but he showed me how to mop a certain way to get certain things done and still have fun. And I would sit back, and the thing that you got to do with older people, please pay attention to that. Listen to their stories because that's where the lessons are learned. My father used to have a story for everything that happened around me. I got a story I want to tell you. And I'm listening to this story. I said, Dad, another story? He said, yes, son, another story. But then I realized the story that he was telling was teaching me a lesson, and it was a reflection to me of what I needed to do. Wolves are very proud. They will not surrender to what? To an inferior creature. But when faced with something that's more dominant, they sit back and they go to the elders and learn what to do. See, the elders have the wisdom and the younger people have the strength. Y'all they missing this. The elders have the wisdom and the younger people have the strength to carry it out. That is why certain things are not done in certain communities, because we refuse to listen to the elders and we have a bunch of strength going nowhere. You can march all you want, but if you don't have the wisdom of the elders, your marching is in vain. You end up repeating and tearing up your neighborhood because you don't listen to the wisdom of the elders and say, no, let's do it this way and be strategic. They tore up I can say this here right in Cleveland. It was called the Huff Riots. They tore up Cleveland over here. Huff. They burned down and tore up their community. Let me say that again. Huff Riots was big. They tore up, destroyed their community. Those older people have wisdom. Oh, we may not better do that again because we messed up our community. Let's think about what we need to do next. So you got to understand. They realize the importance of what? Their elders. Read what Sigma wrote. Got to be wondering if in your world sometimes to learn and adapt and learn more effectively. Yep. Wolves are great leaders. Wolves are remarkable leaders. They protect their wolf pack, and then they take them to explorations. They teach them to hunt, but most importantly, they teach them how to survive. Let me say this. Wolves are remarkable leaders. They protect their wolf pack. They will teach them explorations. They will teach them how to hunt, but most importantly, they will teach them how to what? Survive. An alpha wolf always takes care of the whole pack. Make sure that the weak are protected and nurtured and the young ones are fed well. So all this talk on out for this, out for that, and out for this, and this and this and that. Real alpha wolves are teachers. They're great leaders. Let me say that again. They are great Leaders. Who has taught you how to hunt? Who has taught you how to lead? They make sure they protect the what? The weak. And they nurture the young and make sure they're well fed. Yes, they're protectors. So all this token out for this and this, I'm all for it. I'm all down for it. But catch the definition I just gave. Wolves are remarkable leaders. They protect their wolf pack. They take them to explorations. They teach them to hunt. But most important, they teach them how to survive. Why do you think they teach them to hunt first and then survive second? Because the leader knows that I will not be the leader always, and that if I teach you how to hunt, you can hunt for yourself and you will survive. In this culture, in this day and age of this cancel culture, who is teaching you how to hunt? Who is teaching you how to do your finances? Who is teaching you how to manage things? Who is teaching you how to run real estate? Who is teaching you how to hunt? We are so threatened by each other that we don't teach each other how to survive. And then past surviving, how to thrive. That's why you don't see everybody talking about the wolf. Everybody want to talk about the lion. Everybody want to talk about the lamb. But no one wants to talk about the wolf that is a great leader. And the alpha wolf. What did it say? The alpha wolf? So all my alpha people. Alpha wolf takes care of the whole pack. He makes sure everybody, you good? All right, you good, good. You good, you good. That's the power of the alpha what? Wolf. We have neglected that part in our community of the alpha wolf. Oh, we have it there in certain degrees, but we don't have it in the point that it should be there. The alpha wolf takes care of the whole pack and make sure the weak are protected. Where are we protecting the weak? If anything that we see people exploiting our weak around us. Hence on YouTube, we see people exploiting the weak. And they nurture the young ones and make sure they're well fed. We have to look out for the younger generation, those who are young, who below us, because they are the next leaders. Let's go to the next one. Wolves are true to their nature. Wolves are wild creatures. They cannot be tamed. Let me read what Renee said. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Facts. Let me read this again. Wolves are true to their nature. This is something that we need to really get right here. Wolves are wild creatures. They cannot be tamed. They are unapologetically savage and will never change their nature. Let me say this. We got so many flip-flops, chameleons inside of this cancel culture, church everywhere. It is crazy. Nope, they came. My neighbor has a wolf dog, and the wolf's nature dominates. Right. I had my neighbor when I was a kid over my grandmother's house. They had a dog, and his name was Jaru. He was part husky and half wolf. Jaru will have got you. So let me read it. Wolves are wild creatures. They cannot be tamed. You need to get that right here. You need to get that. Some of y'all have been neutered, spaded, whatever, and you have been tamed. They are unapologetically savages and will never change their nature. We have so many men who have changed their nature. They have become little poodles. They have become designer dogs, lap dogs in this culture. They have become they become designer dogs, and they have on bows, and they have on ribbons, and they yap, and that little dog is not going to do anything. There's so many men who are just yap. You look at that little dog and you kick him like this little designer dog, and oh my God, he's so cute. He's so cute he can fit in my purse. He's so cute. I put him in a backpack. I got a stroller for him. We have so many men who are in strollers in life and who are designer dogs. You have your little little pad down there so you can go do your number 1 and number 2, and your owner comes and cleans it up. But a wolf, on the other hand, cannot be tamed. They are unapologetically savage. They will never change their nature. Yeah, that little poodle. You got a lot of men who are just poodles. They pretend like they're alpha. They can say they're beta. They can say they're sigma. They can say that this, but they're just poodles. You see the poodles. They run through hoops. Come on, mommy. What do you want me to do? They're looking for dog biscuits. Those men and there's women like that who just, give them a little snack in there, do a little trick. They they got clothes for the designer dog to wear. And I'm not against anybody who have a designer dog and do all that stuff. But they got, little dog, and he's just so cute. Look at him. That dog, all it's going to do is yap, and ain't going to do nothing. But a wolf, on the other hand, its true nature is a savage. It is unapologetically a savage. It is untamed. It will get you. If it lock on you, it will get you. The wolf will dominate. It will take over. We have lost that in the communities and with men. They're apologizing for everything. Well, I said that. I ain't mean it that way. I'm like this. It ain't really meaning like that. Man, right here, RJ, it's a lot of poodles in the manosphere. Many women, more women for the wolves. Woo! Right there. It's a lot of poodles in the manosphere. What's going on, Trav? There's a lot of poodles in the manosphere. More women for the wolves. The wolves they cannot be tamed. They are unapologetically savage. What does it say? The definition said the wolf, and will never change his nature. Unlike the chameleon, who mimics as a method to hide away from the potential predator, wolves never change, but instead adapt to the circumstance and fight to survive. Wolves never change, but instead it adapts to the circumstances and fight to survive. We have lost the wolf nature inside of men. That's why these women want to put you in their back pocket. As one of my friends, we used to talk about that. Oh, he can fit in my back pocket. That means you are no threat to her and you're no threat to anyone else. And so all you guys crying, she won't submit to me. Why these women won't submit? These women won't submit to me. She won't submit, LGA. All them crying men on these men. You watch 5,000 videos on submission. Very simply, be your true nature of who you are. Be unapologetic. And this doesn't mean, please understand, does not mean that you out there, I'm going to dog women and put them on a dog collar and all that. No. Don't get that. No. You are not the baby. Yeah, the baby. We got a lot of babies over here, poodles. What did RJ say? There's a lot of what? There's a lot of poodles in the manosphere. Designer dogs, they got their little Gucci gold chain on. Hey, everybody. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but you're no threat to nobody. And the woman is looking at you. You know what? You're just going to be in my little purse and I'm going to carry you around. And everyone's going to see how cute you are. Oh, look at his muscles. Oh, look at his clothes. Look at his face. You're no threat to no one. But the moment you stepped into being a wolf, guess everything changes. Let me read it. Let me get this because this is good. The wolf's true nature is what? They're wild creatures. They cannot be tamed. They're unapologetically savage, will never change their nature. A wolf never changes, but instead it adapts to the situations, circumstances, and fights to survive. There it is. How many men are, and I think it was talked about, somebody put in the comments, how many men are willing to adapt to the situation and fight? That means you have to think. Wait a minute, let me think. I got to survive and I got to do whatever I need to do to get to where I need to get. I will fight to survive. We have lost that fighting nature inside of us to get to survive. We have so become lambs in this place. Let's go to the next one. Wolves need their freedom. A wolf makes its own rules to live by. They are animals who were never allowed to be chained and mistreated. They reflect freedom and they are free. Wolves were never. Wolves need their freedom. A wolf makes its own rules to live by. They are animals who were never allowed to be chained down and mistreated. Right there. I don't know what else you need to hear. I had a wolf tat on my arm since I was 18. That's my spirit animal. Okay. Wolves need their freedom. A wolf makes its own rules to live by. That is very true. You make your rules to live by within the boundaries of the rules of this country or wherever country that you at. But they make their own rules to live by. They are animals who were never allowed to be chained down and mistreated. I kid you, when I was a kid, when Ja Rule, who was mixed with wolf and husky, got loose, you never seen a bunch of kids run so fast in your life. I mean, that half-breed wolf, when he locked in, he was going to get you. Wolves are intellectual, intelligent. They learn fast, right? Wolves, you can see, that's the thing. I talk about the designer dog, but we have a lot of men who do not value their freedom. They're always looking to be chained down. They do not value their freedom. They live by everybody else's rules. And they always looking to live by the rules of the kitty cat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They were never allowed to be chained down. So many men are chained down, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, intellectually. They do not value their freedom. So though they may roar because they're lions, they may be at peace because they're a lamb, but they do not value their freedom as a wolf. They don't know how to make their own rules for their lives. They're constantly looking for mama. Mama, mama, mama. They're looking for mama to make the rules for their lives. They're looking for somebody always to give them direction. How do you do that? How do I get over here? What do I do next? They don't know how to stand up and make their own rules for their lives. And it's a shame because I see it on these social media streets. I see it offline. Oh my man, it's crazy. It's the wolf's fault that a lot of men choose to be sheep. Don't blame me because your wife wants to have fun with a wolf. You're dropping game, bro. Woo, 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 woo. They ain't ready for this. They ain't ready for it. Isn't is it the wolf's fault that a lot of men choose to be sheep? Gotta turn that one off. Don't blame me because your wife wants to have fun times with a wolf. You dropping game, bro. We have a lot of men. I'd rather be a sheep and just doop, 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 and bounce around than be a wolf. It's time. It's time to want. It's time to one up the wolves in yourself. Society is breeding the wolf out of you. Take control and hold the men down. Right. You're right there. You both, dude. It's time to wake up. Okay, I got you. It's time to wake up the wolf inside of yourself. Society is breeding the wolf out of you to take control and hold men down. Correct. Do you understand that? They don't mind you being a lion because you can feel like you a king, you a queen, sister, you a king, brother. They can all tell you you can put on that lion. Everybody want to be a lion. I'm the dominance. I run this show. I understand that. You can say that all you want, that you the lion. I'm the king of this castle. But it's the wolf who refused to be chained down, who refused to bow down, who value his freedom and makes its own rules. They don't mind you being, they want you to be the lamb. Oh, just sit over there and be the lamb and lay in the green pastures. Be the lamb, be peaceful. Peace, brother, peace. They don't mind you being the lion. We talked about the lion and how fierce the lion is. They don't mind you calling yourself kings and queens and you all that, and you don't mind you taking in the pride, but it's the wolf inside of you that they're really afraid of. Why do you think they have the thing called the wolves of Wall Street? They didn't call them the lions of Wall Street. They didn't call them the sheep of Wall Street. They called them the wolves of Wall Street. Bingo! I wish somebody will wake up. Lambs are no concern. Wolves, on the other hand, tear sugar and iced tea up when locked in. You're no threat when you are a lamb. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. You're no threat. You're just Mary's little lamb. I'm a wolf, but I'll never be with or have babies with a female wolf or a female lion. Okay, all right. Got it. Appreciate that comment, Chris. Good to see you here. So you got to understand that. Let me get back. Let me read this again. Wolves never need their freedom. A wolf makes its own rules to live by. They are animals who were never allowed to be chained down and mistreated. There are so many men who are mistreated, who are mistreated, who are used to being mistreated, dogged out, plucked out, fur plucked out. They're used to being mistreated. You ain't about to mistreat no wolf. You did that once, I got you. I see what you're doing. You coming that way, I'm coming back this other way, and I'm going to get you. Wolves are never, you ain't going to mistreat them. Let's get back to the next one. Wolves are fair. Wolves are known to live by the most fundamental law of nature. They will respect you if you respect them. Wolves believe that if you treat them fairly and respectful, you'll get the same respect back. Let me read that again. Wolves are fair. Wolves are known to live by the most fundamental law of nature. They will respect you if you respect them. A wolf believes that if you treat them fairly and respectfully, you'll get the same back. Let me say that again. Wolves are fair. All this, role stuff that we got, we think what a wolf is. Wolf, you respect me, I'm gonna respect you back. But the moment you don't respect me, you will find yourself on the other side of disrespect. Wolves are fair. Okay, you respect me, I'm gonna respect you. Cool, all right, we good. But if you cross me, I will get you. Your blood will be in the snow. You got to understand, to be a good leader and to be a good wolf, you got to be fair. Yes, they're wild, they're untamed, but wolves have a fundamental what? They live by fundamental nature. You treat them well, they're going to treat you well too. It's when you cross the wolf, it's when things go bad. It's when things go sideways. And as we read earlier in the other definitions of the wolf, you now become its prey. And once you become the wolf's prey, he will taunt you. He will taunt you and wait for the strategic time to get you. But wolves are fair. We have a lot of men and women who are not fair. We have a lot of people who think it's okay to disrespect each other, especially on these social media streets and in person. Wolves are fair. Okay, cool. You respect me, I respect you. What's going on? What's going on, Gail and Knight? Wolves are fair. You respect me, I respect you. But what we have let me say this, on these social media streets, we have a lot of people who think they're wolves until you turn these cameras off and you turn these lights off and I shut down these mixer and this computer, you'll find out who the real wolf is. You'll find out you will become lamb chop to a wolf when you disrespect them. You will become lamb chop when you disrespect the wolf. We have too many people who are disrespecting wolves and don't know what they just got into. They do not know what they just got into when you disrespect a wolf. You have entered into, so that wolves they're not fearful at all. They're fair. Y'all ready for the next one? Put a number 1 in the next for this one, because this one is going to be good. This one's going to be good right here. Put a 1 in the chat room for this one. Because if you disrespect the wolf, okay, we cool. I'll get you because you disrespect me, I'm going to get you. You respect me, I'll respect you. But put a 1 for the next one. Wolves, oh man, this next one is going to do it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wolves won't show you mercy. Wolves will not show you mercy. I know I just said the wolves are fair. Yes, they're the most righteous and fair creatures. Wolves are the most righteous. That means right standing. And fair. That means you respect me, I will respect you. If you manage to get on the bad side, a wolf won't have mercy. They are that exact trait that makes wolves the most dangerous and brutal animals. Let me read this again. Now, I said that the wolf said, I will respect you. You respect me. But wolves won't show you mercy. Yes, they are the most righteous and fair creatures. However, if you manage to get on their bad side, a wolf won't have mercy. That exact trait makes wolves the most dangerous and brutal creature. There's some things inside of you that you are having mercy on, that you're cuddling, that you need to be merciless or become you so get to the point where you have no mercy on your own self. Forget about everybody else. There's some things that you need to take. It needs to get on the bad side with yourself. I ain't talking about nobody else. I'm talking about with you. You're showing too much mercy sometimes with yourself. You're showing too much mercy to some people on the outside of yourself that you really need to say, you know what? It's over. I am not giving you permission to clear this up, to go do any harm, to do anything to anyone else. This is not that kind of party. We are the thinking class, civilized, tame people. So this is no, well, the A say do it, I'm about to do it. I ain't saying that. But there's certain things you need to say, there's no mercy. You don't need to say nothing. It's done. That's what they said makes the wolf so dangerous and brutal. Is once you get on the bad side of a wolf, he does not change. She does not change her mind. It's done. And some of you are giving people chance after chance after chance after chance. You're giving yourself chance. You're giving this one chance. You try to be like, we try to negotiate. No. When it comes to certain business deals, they have no mercy on you. You sign the contract, that's it. If you don't like it, I will get you. We're so timid and lambs when it comes to certain things that we have not become wolves when it comes and have no mercy. They mess you around, it's done. I'm coming for you and for everything attached to you. It happens. We're seeing it play out right now. Oh, I learned that the hard way. See? Thank you, Sigma. They have no mercy. None. That seems hard coming from, especially from me coming from a Christian background, to show mercy. Yes, and in the other characteristics of the wolf, I said that the wolf is fair. You respect me, I respect you. But if you get on my bad side, I know the Bible says, turn the other cheek. And let the Lord, and I know the others could let the Lord fight your battles. He is a battle axe, and I understand that. But sometimes they need to know, they need to look at your eyes and know that you bet not with me at all. I will get you. You will wish you never got on my bad side. People love to project their lambness on what? Let's go to the next one, 10. Wolves are strong and enduring. Wolves are fierce, brave, and withstanding. Wolves can take even knives, can take every knife you put in their back and will and strength and endurance. They will still bleed from betrayal and pain, but they will never show you that they're hurt. But it also has war that God has directed. Yeah. Let me read this again because I sort of chopped that up. Wolves are strong and enduring. In so many words, you can put a knife in the back of a wolf. You say, that's all right. I got you. They will bleed from betrayal and pain, but they will never show you that they're hurt. You will pull out every knife and stab. No, we can get up past all that. Wolves, in essence, will not show you their weakness also and suffer alone. I know that's a hard trait to have. They, in so many words, they will not let you see that they're hurt, that they're sweating. You can stab them in the back, you can betray them. They say, okay. I'm still coming for you. I will not let this go until the end. Either I win or you win, but I will not let it go. We are so, and the words of Renee, breeded that out of people that I'm not saying that you should not be merciful and that you shouldn't be forgiving, but certain things with the betrayal, oh, you did this, Okay, it's no problem. I'll present you the lamb. I'll let you know that I'm the lion, but I am the wolf in all of this, and I will get you. Let's go to the next one. Wolves are loners. People miss people misunderstood this one. It ain't an invitation to be a doormat. Correct. Thank you so much. Wolves ain't about to be let you be a doormat. Thank you. So let me get this. Wolves are loners, and while wolves live in packs and exist to protect them, deep inside they are loners. They can live on their own, and they will survive on their own. They what? They crave solitude and tranquility. Please understand, wolves are loners. They live in packs, exist to protect them. Deep inside, they're loners. They can live on their own and they can survive on their own. You got to understand this. And you got to understand, wolves do live in packs. But they understand if the pack is not there, I will survive. So I want nobody to be like, well, I need to be a loner. No, I'm talking about being a loner. I'm just giving you the nature of the wolf. Because we need each other. We are social creatures. Wolves are social creatures. But what it was saying is they crave solitude and tranquility. They crave what? Peace. You don't need a whole bunch of drama. The Egyptian jackal is the inspiration for the god of Ambius, and is actually not a jackal at all, but the member of the wolf family. The Egyptian jackal is African's only member of the gray wolf family. Interesting. I love that. So you got to understand, the wolf lives in the pack, but it understands the importance of what? Or tranquility, solitude. Leave me alone. I just need peace. I need the lamb to arise inside of me. Let's go to the next one. Wolves don't stand threats and authorities. Wolves don't stand threats and authorities. A wolf is ferocious when provoked. It is in their nature to protect their loved ones at all costs. So their fierceness and savage behavior are manifested in everything they do. They are fierce when they protect, but also when they are hunted. Let me read that again. Wolves are ferocious when they're provoked. It is in their nature to protect their loved ones at all costs. So this fierceness and savage behavior are manifested in everything they do. They are fierce when they protect, but when they are hunted, but also when they're hunted. So you bet not. Once again, you cannot threaten a wolf. You come threatening certain people, you will find out that'll be the last time you threaten. They protect their family at all costs. Hint, hint. Protect. So I want to get something that we don't talk about. You ever see any documentation or documentary of a wolf when they're in a fight? What does the female wolf do for the alpha wolf? Can somebody in the chat room tell me, what does the female wolf do when the pack is threatened and the alpha wolf is in front? Let me say it another way so you understand. If you watch any any films or anything about wolves, and the wolves are in a place where they have to face a prey or face something, and the wolves are in their pack and they're in their line of order. And the alpha wolf is out front. The female wolf does what? Close. That's close. No, it does something else. She has his back. You're getting close. She strategically does something. Let me say it again. The pack is faced with a threat, and the alpha wolf is out there. Like, yeah, we're gonna take this. The female wolf does something. No, she doesn't attack. I'm gonna give the answer. I should say I give a cash app to the person who give it. What does that female wolf do? Y'all seen it, but y'all probably didn't see it. What does that female wolf do when the alpha wolf is in the place of where it has to protect the pack? She doesn't attack. Can somebody tell me? Follow up the rear? No. Somebody tell me what does she do? Y'all seen it, but y'all to think about it. What does she do? She licks his wounds. Okay, great. Wonderful. No, that's not it. What she does is this. I was going to say, know what? Let's make it interesting. Let's make it even more interesting. Let me check something. Make it more interesting. First person to get it, I'm sending you a $10 cash app. And you watching this broadcast, it's too late now. You got to send me your cash. You got to put, and I'm sending you a $10 cash app if you can get this answer. What does that female? What does she do? Bam! Enigma. One word. You send me your $10 cash app. Here's the answer. German Shepherds were bred directly from the wolves and from the purpose of protection and loyalty. Germans emasculated how Africans train jackals and to be domesticated. She covers his throat. Bam! There's the answer. Sigma Enigma, you need to send me your information. I'm sending you a $10 cash app. She covers the male throat. Thank you. There it is. And I'm going to make sure she covers his throat. Reach out to me, Sigma Enigma, and you can find me on Instagram, Lawrence D. Adams, or anywhere else. You send me your cash app. I'm sending you $10. That is correct. She covers his throat. There's so much right there. What has happened in our culture when our men are protected, we're seeing that some women do not protect the throat because the throat is where the man or where the wolf in this case, where if he's attacked there, he can be taken out. It is his voice. This is how he howls. This is how he signals to other wolves. She goes under and she protects his throat because if the predator gets to the alpha what? Put mine in the pot for the live stream tonight. If he goes after the throat, what happens? He can no longer lead, and now someone else steps up, but his life force, thank you, is taken out. And we have a lot of men who don't understand the purpose of the what? Of the alpha wolf, and the female wolf don't understand the purpose of the alpha. And guess what happens? They end up destroying each other instead of her protecting his throat. She sits under there to protect his throat, protect his voice. Normally, it's one or two of them doing it, and they're growling. He's growling. She's growling. So if you're attacking him, you have to attack her too. But at all costs, she is protecting his throat. She's protecting because if the prey gets a hold of his throat and actually tears at it, he dies. We have a lot of men whose throats are not protected, who are not covered by the woman, who are despising women because they don't understand the purpose of the woman, that she was there to protect your throat. She's there to protect your throat against what? The predator. And what has happened is we are now turning each other and we're going after each other's throat. Let's take it another way. She's there to protect his voice, his leadership. And we have a lot of people, a lot of women who don't know how to protect the man's leadership. She's strategically there. She's strategically placed underneath him. This does not mean that she is weak. She understands her what? Position in his life. I wish people would get off of this thing. She understands her role. It does not take away from her. She knows that if I'm protect the throat of my alpha wolf, he's going to make sure, as we read earlier, that my young are taken care of, that the weak is taken care of, that he's fair, that he's going to fight for me. But what has happened is we have turned on each other and we don't know how to protect each other's throat. In another way, we don't know how to protect each other's voice. The men are despising the women, and I'm saying this, who are there to protect your throat. Men are despising women who are there to protect their throat. And then we have women who are despising the men because why? They don't know how to protect a man's throat. I know what I'm talking about. I'm watching on social media how it's played out. Don't know how to protect the man's throat. We don't know how to protect each other's throat. You see it on social media. You see it where we're attacking each other instead of attacking the predator who's coming after us. You watch as the female what? She slides underneath his throat. Does she say, I ain't gonna do that? Are you talking about submitting? I ain't doing that. I got my own stuff. She's part of the pack. She understands her position. She understands that she's breeding with an alpha wolf that is going to produce what? Other strong traits and another what? More wolves. And then vice versa, the man is like, I don't need no woman. I can do this. He understands her position and her role. I got to say this because a lot of men don't get it. You don't understand the purpose of the female wolf. So you despise her protecting your throat. You ain't my mama. And so what happens is we end up turning on each other and destroying the pack and causing the wolves to become extinct. If this is making sense to you, let me know in the chat room. If this is resonating, you understand what I'm saying, let me know in the chat room. If you're getting what I'm getting at. That's why they don't want you to get along with the woman. That's why they don't want you to be, they want you to be at war with the man. Because they understand that if the man is in his leadership role and the woman is protecting his throat, there's nothing that that would not stop, that can stop them. Because wolves are fierce and vicious and they're savages. You understand why they want women to turn on men and to say the most damnable thing. You understand why they want men to despise women and say the most damnable thing. Because they want to pull you out of position. Divide and conquer. Have you ever saw the documentary called The Vanishing Black Family? Now, I have not seen it, but I think we're pretty much saying it right here. And that is the, so we talk about the lion. We talked about the lamb. Now we're talking about the wolf. You understand. It's this like this, this ain't all fun and games. This is for survival. This is for you to thrive. The woman comes underneath and protects the alpha wolf's throat. So when it's out there and it's facing the prey or facing the predator, it does not what? Kill it protects the leadership. Do you understand that? The woman is there to protect the leadership. So all you men, I don't need no woman. I can do it all by myself. Thinking you Martin Luther King of the manosphere. She's there to protect the throat of the man. Woo. So you got to understand, Black women boldly stood before the whole entire world and said that they don't want to create a family with the black man. The black woman turned around and ripped the black man's throat out. Correct. And equally so, a lot of black men have turned on their black women. The whole thing was to divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. Separate the pack. You're stronger together than you are what? Apart. She's there to protect the throat. You hear somebody else teach this, they ain't never thought about this. So I don't want nobody. I heard it. You can hear somebody, they can interpret this all the way they want to. But she's there to protect the throat. What are the other men doing? They have their head on a swivel, watching everything around. She understands her position. The man, the alpha wolf, understands her position. There's no infighting about it. It is in their nature to do. Y'all. Let me say this. Have you ever seen a woman who's 10 toes down for her man, and somebody say something about him or whatever? Watch the fierceness that comes out of her mouth and her fierceness to do anything to protect her man. I already said that wolves are very proud creatures. You got to understand. And all of this and what I'm saying, it's 2:13. I'm really going past the time. She's there to protect the throat. Don't forget tonight, we will be having our webinar with me and Pimp God. Let me get this off of here. So you don't want to miss this webinar. You don't want to miss this webinar tonight, 8 p.m. You need to get the link to it. Don't I have the link here? here. Yep. Here's the link to, let me copy this. Copy. If you want to get a part of it, here's the link right here. Paste. This link can take you right to it so you can get paid and get right in, and I'll send you an email immediately from me so that you can get the link to get a part of it. Okay, let me read what Chris says. When the Black woman left the civil rights movement and joined the feminist movement, she became both a hyena and a snake. She'll never be known or trusted as a lion or a wolf ever again. So definitely you want to be a part of that. So with that being said, this is Lawrence D. Adams. You got something from this share life. Protect your throat. Join us tonight at 8 p.m. as we go in, read and print God Warrant B. Got something from this share life. Shout out to everybody that came through. It is protect your throat. Get a woman who's going to protect your throat. Women, get a man that's going to be an alpha wolf who's going to protect your family, protect you. Thank you, Wade. Thank you for last night for that cash up you sent. I appreciate that. Get somebody, understand the dynamics of the wolf. Y'all keep choosing these little Susie hyenas, men and women, that's choosing wolves. Men, allow the wolf that's inside of you to come out. I gave you 9 traits of a wolf. You should be embodying them. Like, you should be proud. You should be fearless. You should be dominant. Proud of these men. Crybaby. This is Lawrence D. Adams. See you tonight. Peace. Run us back. Join us tonight.